while.
Yes, it has.
And we're sorry. There's nothing we can do.
Well, there's a whole lot of things we can do. And we would like to thank everybody who said all of these
All
lovely,
the
wonderful
neat
things
gifts
to us.
that we're getting quite a collection. Thank you so much for the neat stuff. Yes.
Great energy.
Great energy. Real powerful energy.
So, we thought we would do a nice little talk real quick about soul extraction, but then really kind of answer some questions that we wanted to make sure that we were getting to and being able to answer. So, thank you guys again for all of the love you send. All of the emails and those really long ones, we get to them. And if you notice, it takes us a period of time because we kind of keep going through. We try to make sure we answer every single one of them. So if we missed any, please resend because we notice that sometimes things just, when your mailbox is full.
Hundreds of emails a day. Thank you for sending them. I don't know what we would do if we woke up without any.
Yes. The soul extraction.
Yeah, we have some questions on that. It's what we do. It's what we do. It's what we do in group camp. It's what we do in counseling. It's what we do in coaching. It's what we do every day. It's very, very, very deep inner work, and you have to be ready to do the work. You can't. Excuse me. I'm still ill. We have so many come to us and say, "I'm ready to do the work," and in 3 sessions out.
Or they get challenged. Here's one of the things that we'll tell you about soul extraction and what we do. Soul extraction is root camp, just so you are aware, or our healing series for that matter. Both are both designed.
Coaching, twin flame coaching.
Twin flame coaching, soul mate coaching.
It's
all of these are
yanking out your soul, washing it,
yes,
putting it back.
But the goal is to get your soul to start answering the questions that you won't answer because your ego or your thought process that was created from a place doesn't let you really come out and say. And once you realize that you're allowed to say it and you can start falling in love with what you say from your truth, you're accepted. Truth is not to be confused with honesty, but that's a whole other different video. What we end up doing in that is really very, very powerful because you end up changing thought patterns and actually start being more open to the design of what unconditional love is supposed to bring to you in the first place. Same thing your heartbeat does. So that's really kind of a short way of saying it. And the 3D way probably of saying it would be
said the same way.
The same way.
Except without the coughing. Which is perhaps why we haven't done a video.
We've been fighting and battling
under the weather.
The change of the the atmosphere and everything else. So we've been working our way through that.
We just want you to know that Lee and I are still coaching personally for a short period of time, in which we're gonna do another video about our coaches. But I want to touch on it real quick. We are training coaches. We have a amazing coaching certification course. If you've ever thought of being a coach, any kind of coach, a life coach, a relationship coach, a marriage coach, a twin flame coach, any type of coach, you feel it's your calling, get a hold of us. We have an amazing program that's really turning out to be something bigger than we even imagined, and it's going to places beyond what we even dreamed, which takes us to another level of dreams. But we have a lot of great coaches coming up who just got certified. We're revamping our website, so they're going to be featured on our website with their bios, their pictures, who they are. Amazing coaches that will have amazing teachings and will come to you on a level that we come to you, but also add a little spin of their own to it. Lee and I have personally instructed these coaches. We talk to them.
We're putting them through it
multiple times a week. We put them through it. We do. They're amazing, and we're going to do a whole video on the coaching certification program so you can learn more about it. But this video really is about answering some of your questions. I posted in the group Relationship Reinvented on Facebook and Relationship Reinvented Twin Flame work group. What do you want to see more of from us? And we got great questions. So we thought maybe we would take a little time out of our busy schedule and answer your questions.
Yeah, there was one that I didn't think we got to in this, but there was one that was actually asked under, um, what was asked to us in a message. And the message was, who is your guys' spiritual teacher? Pain.
We do have coaches, but we're not going to actually break our coaches' confidentiality as we're under an agreement, and but that's okay. We have coaches, but where we teach from and where we coach from is pain and connection and truth. And the universe speaks. God, I'm sorry. Uh, Miracles happen right in front of our faces, and we just take them for granted, but it happens.
Okay.
So, to answer that question, um, I'm a full believer that coaches need coaches. We don't necessarily. I guess we shouldn't really call them a coach. They're just a spiritual teacher, and they help us when we're having um, not conflict or issue. We work those out on our own. But when we really just need someone to talk to, we are able to talk to our spiritual teachers and open up. Is that a good thing? Yeah, open up, release. Because, in all honesty, if Lee gets on my nerves, I'm just going to tell him he's getting on my nerves. I'm real honest with him. If he gets annoying, I just tell him you're getting annoying. That's really what happens. That's really what happens. Yeah. Oh, whatever. All right. We're going to answer your questions. And we're not going to be able to get to all of them because Lee's long-winded. But we are going to get to as many as we can, and then we'll do another video later. All right. You ready?
Yes.
We're ready.
Okay.
We have someone who's asked a way to find the single side of being a twin when your twin is gone from the picture. So, twin is gone, moved on, said they can't do this. They're not believing in this. They're going. Now you're here, and you're trying to live single and connected.
Well, the first thing you want to realize is don't disconnect. Just because they're not there doesn't mean that connection isn't there to try to teach you something. So what you will try to do, of course, is you're going to convince yourself that things have to be a certain way. There's always going to be a picture that the mind or the ego is going to try to create, and that is not what you're allowed to have. In that moment, if you resist what is, you're going to find ways to try and disconnect. Some call it whatever they want to call it, but here's what I'm going to tell you. Any form of disconnection is not you loving yourself, is it? So I would tell you one of the biggest things you want to do during that time is find ways to find love within yourself, because you can't emit an energy if you're always going to be talking about how you're not with your twin, because that's just talking about disconnection, and the universe keeps shifting and showing you disconnection.
Wow.
Yeah, I guess there's no other way to answer that other than the truth.
There it is. Expanding on that question was another one it's kind of touchy for us. So we're going to answer it in our truth. That may not be your truth. But expanding on the question above is when one twin passes away, what processes are still occurring for the 3D twin or the alive twin, as well as the twin in spirit, especially in the now. And I know that just being honest, Lee and I may have a completely different belief system, and we don't want to push our belief system on anybody or anyone. We want to just tell you how we feel about it, and it may be completely off. It's just how we feel. We feel when one twin passes, the other one starts to break down physically. That's the process that happens until that twin joins the other one. Leah and I are pretty convinced that when one goes, the other one, if it's not immediate, then it's going to be fairly quick thereafter.
It's not a mind thing. It's just an energy thing. The energy realizes that it's time to go, and it's not for us to dictate what somebody's thought process is in the energy that they're involved in. If there's grieving, if there's a grieving process going on, when you lose somebody you love, sometimes it's one of the most beautiful awakeners, especially as when it pertains to the pain of what's experienced of there's this void, which is not really a void, it's just newfound space within the universe to love even deeper. Choosing to go and be with that energy is something the body will automatically do on its own. It's not like the thought process is going to convince the heart to stop in order for you to be connected to the energy. The energy is already as it stands. The energy that consists in this world, when it's combined with the energy polarity of its exact opposite, which is connected only through unconditional love, doesn't see that condition. So I believe if you're asking the question of what's to come, or what is the process,
Yeah.
the process is there's a deeper love that's concealed within it. Is your love growing or is your love shrinking? In this particular case, is the love blossoming, and now both energies are combined into one being who will go and give that energy out and show the energy to the world that it is possible, that the energy is still present? Or is it just going to consist into a spiral of the story the ego will now be able to transmit and conduct and cause this drama
I believe
and trauma
and
at the same
trauma.
time?
Yeah.
Trauma would probably be the bigger word.
And I
than
believe
the
a
trauma.
lot of that process is the pull between
The
twins.
polarity, yeah.
You know, the pull that you feel when you're separated or when you're in separation. It's just, you know, I feel you. You feel pulled to that energy. So I believe it can go both ways. Touching on what Lee's saying, I believe the pull is still there. The pull to either cross over to be with the twin that's passed on, or the pull for the spirit twin to be more present with the 3D twin, and in communication and talking and being present with the 3D twin. It's still that pull is there to whichever way is stronger. It's whichever way it is. I personally believe, please don't take this on as a belief system or as a I'm not making Kool-Aid over here. I'm just
Oh yeah.
I'm just
If you would have busted to that wall right there.
I mean, I'm not serving out cups of Kool-Aid.
Those who grew up in the 70s would understand that.
Yeah. I'm just saying, those who know what I mean by making the Kool-Aid and having the people drink it.
Yeah, right.
Anyway, that's not happening over here. What I'm trying to say is my personal belief system is the pull is so strong to be in that energy that the 3D twin will start breaking down disease and sickness and so much grief and health problems until it just gets to the point where the energies are combined.
And okay, I can see it in a different light now that you put it that way. If the 5D meld was perfectly in line, the 3D matters not, because they're still really living in that energy anyway.
Right.
So if one needs to complete what they were both here to do and to show that love
to finish
can still,
the mission,
love
or
can
to
still be,
spread the mission,
yes,
or continue the mission until the mission's passed on to someone else, and keep the mission going.
Now, a mission in this particular case would be, how do you exist in the energy and still have love that is still great and beyond what we know as human love? So yes, I hope we answered. I hope we answered. If not, please, I know.
I hope that answered.
We know the person
question
who asked the question.
without us.
If you need us to elaborate, please reach out.
Yeah, we haven't heard from you in a while. Please, please.
You know who you are.
Please call home. The next question is, honestly, it feels impossible to be in union and impossible to exist apart from union. I would like to understand what you experience in your near-death experience, because I wonder if it's impossible to be in union without divine intervention. What a really deep and amazing question that is. And I'm I'm not going to. I had a few near-death experiences, and I am not discrediting them. But if you've seen our journey, you know about this. I believe Lee's is more powerful when it comes to the breakdown and how it brought us into union.
Yeah. I again, I'm going to speak from the greatest spiritual experience for me was pain. And when all of that pain comes into the conclusion of the place where your mind finally gets quiet and you start to hear your heartbeat slow, I don't believe in the last few seconds you're going to start trying to come up with why anything. What you're going to experience is, wait a minute, I wasn't paying attention to the place that was giving me unconditional love in the first place. And if I could come back and do it again, would I choose the divine beat that my heart is doing in this moment or choose something different? It depends on the level of pain that you want to embrace and put love in. If you're looking at this and you're going, union only happens when somebody faces death. Union only happens when you face death in yourself, because first of all, you have to see your own life as something magnificent before you're going to see it in somebody else. And that means that you'll have to clearly define what love means to you. And it's amazing how many, if you look at anybody and ask them one simple question, and the simple question or the simplicity of the question is, define love to you, you'll find that you'll start creating expectations or conditions that have to be met by somebody other than you. That's not what your heart's teaching you, because your heart's enduring all the thinking you keep doing, thinking that something's going to tell you got to be in union to be anything. And your heart endures that, and it still beats for you unconditionally. Maybe you should start there. That would be where the divine spark created gave you the information of what unconditional love truly was.
Is it impossible to be in union without divine intervention? Everything is divine intervention.
Yes.
Everything is. Miracles happen all day, every day. It's all divine intervention. It's all divine intervention.
She's not kidding, because if you really knew the energy of where we're speaking from right now, it's amazing how it just shows up.
A miracle just happened as we started recording this video. A true miracle. Anyhow, it's all divine intervention. Sickness is divine intervention. Conflict is divine intervention. Miracles are divine intervention.
Sickness is the most divine intervention.
Yeah.
Because sometimes when you don't pay attention to sickness, and here we see it all the time. We see news reports of people who are dying of certain diseases, or we see somebody who's on their last leg, or somebody who's on their last breath. And then we just had even a newscaster who just kept it silent. But it was only because he didn't want his image to be changed.
Right.
But the truth is, there is this glow that happens to you when you have to face your own immortality. Immortality, not mortality. Because something comes to you and says, doesn't matter. When you're going, you're going. You will go on. You just won't take the thoughts in your head with you. So anybody who believes in that, I can tell you, divine doesn't know what thoughts are. Only you.
Only you. All right. I hope that helped.
No.
I hope that helped. Next question. I can't even believe I'm answering this
here,
question.
I'll go ahead and I'll read it. Why did Sherry cut her hair? I like it.
All right. I'm not one to sugarcoat anything. Sherry did not cut her hair. Sherry hates it. And I'm talking to myself in the third person. I hate it. And I'm not a very vain person, but I'm used to having it. Will you stop? This is a family.
I'm talking in third person.
Here's what happened. Here's the truth of what happened. If you're driving, you might want to pull off the side of the road. This is just bad.
For real?
Now, my hair is such the topic of conversation all the time. My hair is white. That's the truth. I have white hair. I've been coloring it for so long that it's just brown and red and all kinds of color. I'm tired of coloring it. So me and my infinite wisdom, not having the time, because I'm attempting to help change the world, to go and sit in a salon for 5 or 6 hours, looked up on the internet how to bring my hair out of the state color that it's in into its natural white, in which I wasn't.
Is it because everything you see on the internet is true?
Okay, yeah. So I wasn't gonna go all the way white and look, just white-headed. I was thinking how cool it would be to have white hair. I mean, it's white. This is like a mirror, so it's hard.
Can I interrupt here and ask a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Did Lee tell you to go get it done?
Lee did, but we're not talking about Lee. So what happened is the first step in the process of what I was doing was to put my whole head in bleach and then cover it with the plastic cap and let it set for, I don't know, half an hour or so, in which when you take the cap off and you rinse it out, you will have yellowish blonde hair. Then you put a toner on it, a purple toner or something or other, and then it goes white. And then I can put black streaks in it. What happened was I took the cap off and my hair was gone. Not only was it yellow, it was gone. My hair was gone. This is it. This is what's left. It was gone. So I ended up having to wear a ball cap for a day, and then the next day I had to go get the dead cut, which it's still not gone. It's still dead. A lot of it's coming back. And then I had to have some color because it was yellow. So now we are short-headed at the moment, and we are hating life. However, as one of our coaches so divinely said to us in a hair salon in Israel, that their motto is, it's only hair, it'll grow back. One day I'll have my locks again, and one day it will be white with black streaks. And there's the truth about the matter. My hair was not cut, it was burnt off. So you're really going to talk about hair?
Hi, Jim. So what does this do to the other twin? You may be asking. Well, the dog she's over here, and today's Big Mike's birthday. Happy birthday!
Happy birthday, Big
Mike. The truth is, what this does to the other twin is, she was so sick about her hair. I was sick on the couch.
Women
for an entire weekend. I couldn't move. I was just sick to my stomach.
Women are like that.
I don't know what it was. I kept throwing up all the time because of the thoughts that she was putting inside of herself that were so negative. The other twin suffered horrible.
It's true.
Horrible. I went to the doctor, and now the doctor's got to run a whole bunch of tests to figure out what's wrong with me. And this one here is sick about her hair.
It's true.
Sick. I'm telling you. And the thoughts that she keeps hanging around are still keeping me sick. I was grounded. I wasn't even allowed to fly. I'm going off now. But understand that.
And Gemma is obviously upset about it. I don't know what's going on with her, but nevertheless, that's the story of my hair.
And she's sticking to it.
And I love it when you say it looks great. I love it when you say I like your hair. It's not intentional.
On behalf of the masculine energy on the planet, I want to go ahead and announce that when one twin doesn't feel good about themselves, the other twin goes to the suffering part in the physical form that makes them sick. Some of us will even just cut off. We want to be on the internet, don't want to answer no emails, don't want to do nothing. And I know you know who I'm talking about.
Look what your energy's doing to your dog.
Hi, doggy. But you guys,
this is our 7-month-old puppy.
Oh, Justin, she wants to talk to you guys. She has some things she needs to get off her chest.
You answer the next question.
Her life is horrible. Come on. Yes. See.
You answer the next question. How bad is Mike and Gemma's life when mommy and daddy working all day? Yeah, it's bad.
Nobody wants to play with them.
Okay. So there it is.
Sorry.
Thank you for caring.
Didn't mean to get out of hand.
Thank you for caring.
Okay.
And
well, I'm glad, baby. I think you're beautiful.
I will.
She is beautiful.
Perhaps maybe get extensions, or perhaps just let it grow.
The way you still look at them is the same, even though they make you sick with the thoughts they keep in them. And
I've got vitamins. hair, skin, and nails vitamins.
And yes, I have to take them as well.
I'm just
helping me
winging
none.
it until it
I
grows
all
back.
gave up.
It just happens. It just happens. On to the next question.
Which was?
It just activated me.
Yes.
Anyway,
No, I don't think anybody believed that.
how can we find true union with ourselves, within ourselves? Not by burning your hair off.
Well,
or by burning your hair off.
let's
Because
start
really,
here.
you have to get past the physical to really know what you're feeling about yourself inside. Anyway, let's move on to how do we find true union within ourselves.
First of all, you have to really start to get to. You never what?
It was used to be Big Mike video bombing. Now the puppy.
Where is Big Mike?
I don't know.
Mike, come get her. Okay.
Jimmy, stop. Come here.
Okay. So the question is, how can we find union within ourselves? One of the biggest things that I think is going to be a great solution is to come and do root camp with us. Because you can't even see how you are in a love relationship to yourself or how you're not in a love relationship to yourself. But the way that you treat yourself based on what you learn how to treat yourself based on something that happened to you keeps showing up. And it's amazing because once you get inside to actually see it, and we have found the deepest way possible to do that is to go in with you inside of your pain and show you where you won't be, but can be. It's like you don't even know how to put love inside yourself because you keep expecting it from the outside. There's a different way. There's a different way. And what we'll probably do is split this up into two.
Yeah, we're going to have to.
Because I think there was a question about something.
Did we answer that one?
Yes,
Okay.
I believe we did. If we
I
didn't
hope
answer
we
that,
did.
I think that
I
how
hope
can
we
you
did.
find true union within yourself? Like I said, find us.
Yeah, find us.
And this would be something
We're going to
that
take you to a level that you didn't even.
our healing series can do that.
Yeah.
Our root camp can do that. We're going to with all of the stuff that we're doing when we come out and we're traveling and we get time to spend with people and they actually get to see what putting love inside of pain is. You really get to feel it. You get to feel the experience of what that truly means. Because all this time we thought we just birthed in pain and that was it. Pain from that point on was just going to be a problem. We don't see that we're supposed to continue to birth.
We'll answer one more question before we end this one, and that question was, let's answer two more. What spiritual and physical things can we do during separation? Stand still. Don't chase. Ow. Don't chase. Don't stalk. Don't Facebook block. Don't Facebook stalk. Don't
Yeah, what do you guys get from blocking?
I blocked him.
I blocked him. I stopped talking to him. I just told him no.
How about 3 days later? What happens? I unblocked him.
No, I looked to see what they were doing, and they're like posting stuff about people who are hateful and hurtful, and they're blaming me, and it's like
we went on about that before. You know how we go.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't.
Meditate.
That's running.
Meditate.
Everything's a meditation.
It's
doing that is a
important.
meditation.
Or pray, whatever it is you do. Pray, meditate, or pray and meditate, or preditate.
Hug a tree.
Hug a tree. Do you, boo boo?
Do you, boo boo?
Do you?
Yeah. And
Getting
stop by, Felicia. Stop it.
Do physical things. Go work out. Go run. Go to the movies. Go take yourself on a date. Have a girls' night. Have a guys' night.
Give yourself the love that you want them to give you.
There it is. And that's it. Give yourself the love.
Because apparently what happens is when they try to give it to you, you set higher expectations. Mm-hmm. Because the ones that you won't meet within yourself, you keep holding them responsible for. Does anybody get that part? Why? if I was telling somebody that I loved them and I was connected to them and they were my twin flame or they were my soul connection or that I had loved them unconditionally, then why am I blocking them for conditions? Why am I stopping talking to them because of conditions? That worked out for me for about a good, I don't know, 4 years. And then I realized that I had to love everything she loved, including her and including all of the imperfections that I had about myself. And then I realized that there was this big, huge opening in my heart, which told me that if something hurt me, that wasn't hurt. That was me birthing into a new place to love. Look at that clearly, please, because I'm telling you, it's backwards. I don't know where you learned it or how you learned it, but sometimes we confused certain things with love, and we have to endure pain in order to feel love. Believe us, there is a madness to the truth of that. Anyway.
One more, because it's my favorite.
Oh.
And we won't talk about it too long.
I'm afraid of this.
Why is it when Lee speaks or writes, I have to listen to it a couple times before I understand it? Try living with him. Okay, try being in union with him. I'm going to give you my take, and then I'm going to let him tell you the truth.
What? Wait, hold on. Whoa. What the?
It's just the truth. He speaks alien and I speak English.
Okay, go ahead. Go for it. Let's hear this. I'm really excited to hear this.
We talk about it
because
all
we
the
already
time.
know that ain't going to be the truth because I'm going to spit truth.
He speaks alien. I mean, that's the only thing that I can, that's the only definition that I can give you coming from a 3D point of view is that he speaks a different language. However, it's a very spiritual language. It's annoying when it comes to like text messages because I'll be at the store and I'll text something to the computer like, do we need bananas? And the answer will be potassium is good for the body. However, how much potassium have we had today? Have we had enough potassium today? Will we need more potassium tomorrow? Do we need freaking bananas or not? I mean, it's just do we need the bananas or not? It's a very spiritual language that I have always understood. I have not been able to speak. Now I'm not fluent in the language. However, he's always been fluent in the language, but I can speak and understand more now than I ever have been. And now I will let Lee tell you the truth.
I'm going to channel this message for you so you get it. If your inner child and your innocence were allowed to speak, it would change or rearrange the words so your heart would be speaking and your soul would be speaking, not the thoughts you've been carrying your entire life. So when I rearrange words and I say things or I post things, it's my inner child speaking. Because if we don't ever go back to our innocence, we never figure out how we got lost. You're never lost. Yeah, you'll probably have to play that message several times to get it because you don't even listen to your own inner child because you got to sit in a chair in a corner like the rest of this planet. But what if you just turn the chair around and pick the inner child up, male or female, and just held it and let it speak? It would realize that you rearranged words to lie to yourself and to lie to others. Spit the truth. Change words.
There it is. And really, I want to touch on one more because I'm looking behind me and I'm seeing it. We had a question on book recommendations. And this book is Dance of Reunion. It's a twin flame story. A great friend. She's amazing. Maria Quesada.
So family.
Actually flew in from the Netherlands to be at our wedding, and
Union.
Union. We got this book as a gift, and it wasn't until the next day that we actually read what was inside, and
amazing.
It's I know that it's printed in Dutch. I'm not 100% sure about an English version as I've read through, and some of it made sense to me. It's a touching, amazing story. It's a great book. I don't know if you can find it on Amazon. I believe you can find it on Amazon.
Yeah.
It's called Dance of Reunion. If you're really interested in it, get a hold of us and we'll put you in touch with Maria, or we'll let you know where to get it. Another book that we talk about a lot and we've read a lot is Eckhart Tolle's Power of Now. The New Earth I've read and it didn't resonate as much. The Power of Now I've read probably personally 5 or 6 times.
It spoke my language.
Yeah, and it does speak his language. A lot of times we listen to it at night while we're sleeping as well.
Way of the Peaceful Warrior.
Way of the Peaceful Warrior by Dan Millman.
Yeah, amazing.
It's life-changing books.
But I would tell you, one of our favorites, of course, is Ian Van Zandt.
Of course.
And that is One Day My Soul
Just Woke Up. Yeah.
And I'm telling you, if you're really looking for somebody who can tell you what we mean by pain is your greatest spiritual teacher, there are certain truths that you have to face before you allow that to birth you into the love you're supposed to be, not the love you're not.
And don't think that you're going to get away in this lifetime without a book from Lee and Sherry, and Lee and Sherry.
I think we've got one that's...
we've got some things happening.
Yeah.
When we post on our group that we have things happening, we have things happening. They're happening. Things are they're blowing up and they're getting big, and we are staying humble and we're staying grateful, and we love each and every one of you. We don't make that up. We don't take it lightly. If you're not in our Facebook groups, please come and join our Facebook groups. We are in there personally,
or our Google Plus,
or our Google Plus, or our Twitter. We manage those ourselves right now. Well, except for our Facebook groups, our coaches are our admins, and they're doing wonderfully in there. Our Facebook groups are Relationship Reinvented and Relationship Reinvented Twin Flame Work Group. Mm-hmm. Our Twitter is #RReinvent.
And people still I think I'm still getting messages on our Blog Talk Radio.
We're
about doing that again.
Resuming some blog talks. We're going to really start focusing on our coaches, doing some radio shows with our coaches, 2 or 3 at a time, one-on-one. We're going to be focusing on a coach a month, and really, really, really focusing on the coaches, their blogs, their bios, and who they are as people, as coaches, as family members, as Relationship Reinvented family members.
And look for us soon on a cable channel near you.
Yeah, we're not going to talk too much about that because we're not spoiling nothing.
I'm just saying.
We will be on it. Yes.
Attention.
Please pay attention. We're doing interviews. We're doing shows. We're doing nothing that is not. We have turned down. We turned down the reality show because it just wasn't right. We didn't feel right. It didn't feel right bringing these people into our lives, and then they were able to turn it around and use our likeness and not use us, and then change scenarios and create conflict where there wasn't any.
The truth would have been escaped.
The truth would have been escaped. We're being very careful, guys. We're being very careful to make sure that the truth gets out there, that the energy is spread, that we're doing the right thing always, and always standing in the truth and staying humble. And just look out. Things are coming.
We want you to have the right tools.
#RReinvent. Twin Flames Lee and Sherry on Google Plus. And, I can't figure out Instagram or Snapchat. I'm just not going to do it. You guys are going to have to live without it. I got an Instagram.
Or if somebody wants to run one for us, then just message us.
If you want to do Instagram, have at it.
Just please ask. Check.
Yeah. So there it is, folks. And I wish we could say a happy birthday to Mike. I don't know where he's at.
Mike.
Mike. People haven't seen him in a while.
Hey, Mike. Mike.
He could be taking a birthday nap.
Come here, buddy. Come here, man.
No, he's not.
Where are you, Mike? Where you at, buddy?
He's 3.
Where you at, buddy?
His bones are hurting.
And Gemma drives
him
nuts.
Hi, Mike. Come here. It's
he
his
lives
birthday.
with his twin with
Come here, birthday
so
doggy.
he understands being nutcase.
Oh, come here.
Hi, baby.
Go see Daddy.
Come here.
Go see Daddy.
Hi, baby.
It's his birthday.
Say hi. Everybody misses you.
It's his birthday. Hi there, Mike.
I'll see you all soon.
Yeah, he's got
No
a full
burping in
belly.
anybody's face. All right. We'll talk to you guys soon.